Hi, Facebook friends. I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you so much for watching, for checking out this incredible view, for feeling this blissful energy of the Susquehanna with me. So I wanted to share a little bit about why these Tibetan monks' visits have been so incredible for me. It has been really impeccable to see how these amazing men, since I've been doing this for quite a few years, it's been captivating for me to see these incredible men showing up, not really knowing anybody, and having the courage to share their gifts, to share their studies. They study pretty much their whole lives is about studying mindfulness and scripture. And they devote their whole lives to serve each other, to live in an ashram together, and to serve humanity via their prayers. And so I wanted to share a little bit about why this means so much to me. So I was very privileged to grow up in a family. My mom and my dad were very open-minded, especially my mother. And so I grew up going to many different religions, gatherings, rites of passage, and so forth. And we had very close friends that were Jewish. So I grew up going to their amazing home and eating kosher food and going to synagogue. And so my mother really put friendship and the quality of people's experience, who they are, what they have to offer, their heart, their willingness to be who they truly are in a magnificent kind of way. Oh, there's a little one of those. And you know, and there were many other religions that we attended, their gatherings, their blessings, their baptismos and such. And I was always fascinated by philosophy, by religions, and you know, one of the things that I grew up Catholic, but one of the things about Christianism that I feel is really important is the inclusivity that Jesus talked about and that he lived by, and his level of non-judgment is so incredibly needed, to say the least, right now in our world. We are, you know, in this very, to be sober about it, we live in a very decisive and separate way of judging each other, judging other people's belief systems, and so much is unraveling and have been for thousands of years. There's nothing new about what's been happening lately. It's been going down globally for the history of this humanity that we embark in right now. And so I find it absolutely captivating. I remember the very first time they came into the Hive, when the Hive was one small room. And I remember just feeling their level of purity. There is a captivation that I experienced, and this curiosity for who are these men? How can they be so playful, so joyful, so encumbersome with, you know, the troubles of the world, and how can they be so willing to share that? And they're just so grateful when we receive what they have to offer. It's really, really, absolutely so special. And this particular ashram that they live in India, so they're all refugees. They were kicked out or ran away from very painful experiences because their whole lives is their religion. And so it's really so special for us to have them here. And I feel that it's such a blessing for them to be here, to bless us with this level of simplicity, curiosity. And there are more than 2,000 of them that live together, and they cook for each other, they clean for each other. And so they're going to be here next Tuesday. And I wanted to express to you how special it is for myself, not only to have the ability and the grace to give them a space that has been sanctified over and over by their own energy. Everybody that comes to the studio, from the Colombian shamans to so many others, so many of my teachers have come, everybody gets to bless the space. And even you, when you come, you get to bless the space with whatever your intentions are for yourself, for better your life, your health, your mental, physical, emotional health. So I am so grateful for that. And so I'm so incredibly filled with gratitude for the ability to have the space that is sanctified for them to unleash their gifts, their voice. And it was so cool this last time they actually came in, and two of them, I believe there were 7 of them, 2 of them had iPads and they were reading their prayers in their iPads. And I thought it was so cool. It's like, wow, you know, technology is crashing into the ashram and they are responding, and it's really, really beautiful. And so my initiates, graduates, and the ones that are still in the Beehive Mystery School will be with us. And myself and them will be blessing you, if you can and if you choose to come, with sound. And there will be a variety of instruments. And Katie, hi Katie. Katie is one of them. She is my cohort with the Restorative Yoga and Sound. So check us out once a month. We're going to move our event. This month is going to be the 30th of September. So it's on the website. And but it's just so, it's literally like when you walk into the space, into this, you know, beautiful hive, and it is a beautiful space, and you just feel the chunkiness of compassion and healing that takes place there. And I have been receiving myself from the space, and that's why it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like a blessing. And so once you get the experience of that, then they're going to offer sacred shopping. You get to shop for these amazing jewelry, silver, Tibetan bowls that you can make sound and meditate with, and do healing work with, to amazing clothing made out of handmade, hand-dyed fabrics. And so I call it secret shopping. And it's just so beautiful to see how excited they are to share their goods from the local places that they have in India, and they share that with you. So this is the 3rd time that the same group of monks is coming, which is unprecedented. We've only been fortunate to have maybe once or twice the same group, but never 3 times. So they in a certain kind of way, it feels like family. Everybody gets excited to see them. They get really excited to come over and hang out with us. And the first time that this group came, we had all of our instruments, and I have these really cool different kinds of handmade clay flutes that make like bird sounds or wind sounds and so forth. And they're just, you know, playing around with all of the instruments. And I actually have a live that I did. It was just so sweet and so, again, pure to see how they are dedicated to this craft of giving to the planet with their prayers, of giving to humanity via their chants, their sounds, their tea ceremonies, their healing ceremonies, their pujas, and giving to us here in central Pennsylvania. It's just such an incredible honor. So I wanted to share this with you to maybe allow you to have an understanding of how this really matters to us right now, to be as inclusive, to honor each other, and to really realize that there is one source, there's one creator, and we're all of its creation. We're all its children. And I hope to see you there, and many, many blessings. Enjoy this incredible weather that we've been having this past week. And it's going to be sunny apparently all next week. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Many, many blessings. Sat Nam, Namaste, and be bold, be wise, and be present. Bye-bye. Many, many blessings.